What kind of wife do you want to be? You want to be a stay-at-home wife?
I want to stay at home when my kids are younger, but when they turn 5, I want to go back into the real world. I want to have a career once my kids get a little older.
Based on what I'm hearing, you're gonna have a real hard time. Because one, you come from a sugar baby lifestyle where you're in control of your own moves. You have a grad degree. It already works against you. And then you say, I want a man who, and let's be real, you don't want a broke man. You want a man with significant 6 figures. But yet you still want to be able to go out, and after your kids get school age, you want to go be back out. You want a wife. You're not trying to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna, and you're 27 and you have this background in risky pictures. No, ma'am.
If your man says, hey, I'm hungry, go downstairs and fix me a sandwich. You look at your face. Now, let's reverse it. But
it's something about like, go make me. It's almost the same.
Okay, cool.
It's almost the same as like, I was cleaning my room and then your parent walks in and is like, clean your room. It's like, damn, I was doing that already.
Right, you working at dealers. Hey, clean out your register and go to register 6.
That's giving direction.
What did she say?
You mean to tell me that the man that loves you, protects for you, provides for you, upgraded your lifestyle, watch them badass kids of yours, teach your son how to play football, ask you to go get him something to eat, and you're going to look at him crazy. But that boss that is going to keep you in that hamster wheel of a job because you're going to work 40 hours a week for 40 years and retire broke. But as soon as that nigga asks you to do something, you do it. I don't understand that, because a boss can tell a woman to get up out the bed and drive 30 minutes to the goddamn job and go clock them hours because somebody didn't show up. But as soon as Tyrone want a goddamn ham sandwich, they want to act funny.
Unspoken rules for men. Never go back to the women who cheated on you. Never let a woman disrespect you. Never go broke to impress others. Never shake a hand sitting down. Attention to women is what sex is to a man. Dumb men listen to what women say. Smart men watch what women do. Only talk to your boys about your problems. Never speak to a woman about your problems. Never be scared to lose a person who wasn't winning with you. Never date your bro's girlfriend. If you're broke, stay at home. If you have money, pick up the tab when it's your turn. You don't need to talk. The more you talk, the more common you become, and less you're respected. Listen, nod, and most of all, make eye contact. Find multiple ways to make money. Protect who's behind you. Respect who's beside you. Be humble in victory and gracious in defeat. Learn to be still like water. Do not be over-emotional. Create a mental image of who you want to be. Visualize how he would act and start playing the...
So, man, this video, basically, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, I put this, one of the clip where the Crip rapper was talking about how Shaquille O'Neal was paying him to get the good shit, hit me? And, but I ain't hear the whole story, so I'm gonna bring out a whole story here. It's crazy, bro. Like, I just gotta tell you guys, bro, hey, I gotta tell you guys, man, be safe out here, kings. That's all I gotta say to y'all, man.
Black America, if you're a single man that's doing very well, you can pretty much have the pick of the litter. And I know that's probably anywhere in the world, but in Black America, it's for certain. Especially if you're an athlete or a rapper or a singer. But oh yeah, drum roll please! Nothing is better than being a pastor. I would argue that being a pastor is even more dynamite than being a rapper or an athlete. The reason is because you get so much respect as a pastor and you don't have an ending on your career like athletics or musicians. And that brings me to Mr. Keon Henderson. This guy at one point was one of the most eligible bachelors in America, being a pastor of a large church. And I'm pretty sure women were all over the guy. So stop the show. How does he end up getting married to a woman that's not in the church? Rewind, Nemo! You know what? That's very interesting. Sometimes we're unequally yoked, and as men, that could be our problem. If we're a nerdy guy, sometimes...
Bro, how you a man of the cloth, bro? You're a man of the cloth. God has chosen you to speak his word, and you choose to go get with a reality TV. Why didn't he just go to God for his wife? Why just pray? Let God gonna bring you the right one you need. That's gonna help you fulfill his mission. He go get with a reality star. What you think gonna happen?
Do like Big Booty Keisha from around the way, but Big Booty Keisha don't like us. it's kind of like opposites attracting. A lot of times we need to stay in our lane, but we don't anyway. But Mr. Keon Henderson found out that Shawnee O'Neal was single. And of course, she was married to Shaquille O'Neal. And she was a celebrity wife, a celebrity star. And that didn't really make much sense for a man like him to want to marry a lady like her. So Keon Henderson was married before, and he does have 3 kids. So it makes sense that maybe he could marry Shawnee O'Neal. But what's interesting is that Shawnee O'Neal is not a big person in the church. But you know what? They hooked up. And they even talked about how they met here on this podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna let you start. You tell me what it was like when we first met in our first date.
Oh, I had the best time. We had a impromptu date because you were technically you weren't in Los Angeles. You were pretty far outside of Los Angeles.
San Bernardino.
And you preached at a church in San Bernardino. I lived in LA. And you were like, oh, I'm preaching. You want to come? And I was like, San Bernardino, not so much. Love to hear you preach, but I'm not trying to drive to San Bernardino by myself. That's right. I wasn't driving that far to church. So anyway, on your way leaving San Bernardino to go home, they had you leaving out of LAX, which was great because I was like, cool, maybe we can hook up when you get to LA, which was, around dinner time. But I was out with some friends having dinner. So I said, okay, well, we're not gonna be able to do dinner. I'm already out of dinner, but maybe I'll hit you later. I hit you later, and you were at your hotel, and then you were like, well, you can swing by here. In my mind, I was like, hotel, swing by. I'm a lady, okay? You needs to understand. So keep that in your mind. So I said, okay, I'll meet you in the lobby. And you were a gentleman, and you were in the lobby. We went in the restaurant, and we sat, and we had such an awesome conversation. I ordered a margarita.
No, you ordered 2.
Now, of course, they're married now, and everything is, really going well. But we all know that Shaquille O'Neal was a person that was a cheater. And here's a time where she caught him cheating, and she did this.
On an episode of Basketball Wives, Shawnee O'Neal recently revealed once she and Shaq had switched Blackberries on accident, and she saw girl after girl texting him about different things Shaq had done with them. Now, this isn't a huge surprise when people think of athletes, right? Well,
yeah, she should have been used to that. What you think? He an athlete. That's what NFL people do. It'll be, bro, the percentage of athletes that are actually, you know what I'm saying, committed and loyal to their wife, bro, like probably less than 1%. You feel?
The interesting thing is what Shawnee did after the fact. She let everyone in the whole world know on national TV what you should do if your man cheats on you. And I went in the arena and I went in the garage. Not only did I flatten tires, bust a few windows, I wrote on the hood of the car, I cheat on my wife, I ain't shit, with a knife. Whew, girl, now that is a woman that a man should never mess with.
Now that's interesting, because she's so upset about the fact that Shaquille O'Neal was cheating on her. And rightfully so. I mean, they are married. But what we're about to hear right now is shocking evidence that Shawnee O'Neal allegedly is a cheater herself. Now, why is that? Well, if you look at Keon Henderson, he might be a nice guy, and she did say he's a gentleman, but that might not mean that she's sexually attracted to him in the way that he might be about her. And a rapper by the name of Loose Cannon, stop the show. Yeah. Loose Cannon. He's about to be a loose cannon.
What a name. Loose Cannon. I don't think I ever heard none of his songs. I might go listen to a song after this, but Loose Cannon, what? Cannon in it. You hear me? Shaq X. You hear what I'm saying? But I kind of feel bad for the pastor, dude. Well, I don't feel bad for him, bro. You know what you were doing when you stepped outside of the covenant. You went and got with a street walker. You hear me?
detail everything that happened with him and Shawnee O'Neal. Boy, you don't want to miss this.
That's what Shawnee O'Neal told me.
I don't believe that.
Shawnee O'Neal told me the same thing.
But for
Shawnee
real.
told
Kenny.
When she brought me my watch.
You was Shawnee?
Oh my God.
Shawnee O'Neal.
Oh my God.
You know the crazy part, right?
Hold on.
Look,
Hold
the
on,
crazy
no.
part, right? No, look.
No, I wasn't. No, wait.
Hey, look. So look.
That's a wild card, bro.
Jesus.
She brought me an AP, right?
Wait, who brought you an AP?
Shawnee, right?
No, Shaq's bank account.
Look, Shaq got mad at me because
So Shaq bought him an AP for smacking his ex. You hear me? That's wild.
I'm or whatever like that, but that's that's
what the I hear
so
right now.
So when I proposed to her, right?
Wait,
Shaq go off on her.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
Wait, stop. You proposed to Shawnee?
No,
hell no.
me.
To her.
When he proposed to me, Shaq DM'd me and said, "I wish you the best."
What the you got to do with Shaq?
Because he was my friend.
Prior to
him
and Shawnee.
Prior to us.
So
when I
Shaq know who you are.
Yeah.
Because he's his wife or ex-wife.
No, because she was spending money on me, right? So she got me a Richard Millie.
You got Richard Millie. You capping? Come on.
No, he's not.
Dead homie.
Come on.
He's not.
What happened to
Richard Millie?
It's not today.
No, he gets shot too many times. He don't wear jewelry no more.
Yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, I was. I mean, she was like a sugar mama to me on Crib. So at the end
you
of the
can't,
day,
you can't. Men do the same thing women do. I telling you right now.
1 second.
Okay?
1 second. Let me ask you a question. Was you going to the house?
I was going everywhere.
Well, what city was the house in?
Listen. She gonna be mad to the ball when she see this, but at the end of the day, is Shawnee O'Neal. She know what's up. I feel like 2 weeks before she got married to the pastor.
Oh
she
my
was like,
God! You gotta get her divorced. Stop it.
No, she told me she was like, I need some good before I go down the aisle. I said, Crib, I got you. What you got for me?
Oh my
she was
God.
like,
before she go down the aisle. Bro, I know when either that pastor gonna look at this and then listen to the lie that she gonna tell him, or he gonna listen to his own intuition or the Holy Spirit. This is probably the Holy Spirit revealing to him that you need to let her go. You hear what I'm saying? You need to listen to God. You hear me? Well, bro.
no, listen, she was like, I got 10,000 for you. I said, that's not enough. When I pulled up, she gave me 50. So.
She was trying to cop.
She gave you 50
High five,
racks.
high five, baby, high five.
You got it like that?
Good one. High five.
Of course. You got it like that? Of course. You feel me?
So of course, he just told it all. And Whack 100 and Adam 22 just can't believe it. Me neither. But you know what?
Wow.
And the women are upset that he told it. Listen to this. Autumn says, please stop selling microphones. Now, the east side of Afghanistan says, this is why Lori Harvey makes these jiggas sign.
Any girl who got a name like the east side of Afghanistan, that shows you shouldn't listen to nothing they say. I'm telling you that right now. If they name the east side of Afghanistan on their social media, don't listen to what they got to say, bro. But this was wrong with our culture. They'll praise this. They ain't say nothing about her cheating on her man, cheating on the guy she's finna walk down the aisle with. But they'll go and say, that's why they'll defend what you gotta do to cheat. You see what I'm saying, bro? That's what's wrong with our culture right there, man. For real.
NDAs will blur out what she really said. And I noticed the ladies, they didn't have much of a problem with the fact that, she was cheating on her husband allegedly with this guy. They're mad that this guy is out there telling it. And that's very interesting. But, I wanted to think about, why is it that a lady like Shawnee O'Neal would be dealing with a guy like this who clearly can't take care of her, won't deal with her, but she's looking for some good D before she gets married? Well, and that's why we have Alpha Male Strategies as a resource. He's going to explain why so many ladies like Pookies and Ray Rays.
Pookie and Ray Ray, they was out in the streets, and most of them, if not all of them, don't have a father either. But the difference is they had other guys in the street teach them the game. A lot of you guys think that women like these guys because they thugs and they shoot people and they kill people. That is not why Pookie and Ray Ray girls. The reason Pookie and Ray Ray these girls, because they learned the power of unavailability at an early age. We nice guys thought we gotta be there for her. I don't want to miss a phone call. God forbid if we put any doubt in her head that we're trying to be good guys. I don't want to think I'm cheating on her. If I don't answer the phone, she might think I'm cheating on her. These guys knew from OGs in the street telling them the game. So maybe they didn't have a father in their life, but they had OGs, other pimps, hustlers in the streets telling them to give women space. Don't be so available. That's why most of these guys know how to play with these girls' emotion. We get into our 30s and 40s and we learn these guys learned that when they was 14, 15, because they had OGs in the street teaching them to treat women like to be distant, to not always respond so quickly, to not be so available all the time. They learned that from OGs in the street. We didn't have that. Most of us didn't have that. Most of us grew up in fatherless households, or even if we did have our father, the mother ran the household. Guys, women, you can't be there like that. They like a mystery. They like a challenge. They like a guy that they gotta run behind.
See, here's the real situation going on here. All right, if this is true,
that man told no lies, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, just simply put, bro. That female that you want, bro, don't be at her every need. Show her that you busy. She hit you up, don't hit her back, man. I'm busy right now. That's gonna make her continue. But if you just constantly hitting up in the morning, in the evening, baby, what you want and all this, bro, that's gonna automatically make her less attractive. You feel me? You gotta show her that you busy, you got a life. You feel me? That you doing your thing and you feel me? You ain't worried about it. You feel me? That's how you gonna get her to keep coming. You feel me?
It makes sense according to alpha male strategies. You see, Pookies and Ray Rays come from the same kind of community that we come from. And of course, what happens with them is, they also don't have their fathers, but they have had people in the streets teaching them to become unavailable to women. And that is what, unfortunately, a lot of ladies like. Most guys are just too nice and too available. Nice, and do you know what? Being too nice and available can sometimes breed contempt. And then what they can think is, well, you know what? I don't really respect this guy. Let me go out and find somebody else. And maybe the pastor can't. Booty clapping sounds?
Booty clapping sounds?
Maybe he's not putting it down in the bedroom. But Loose Cannon was probably killing it. And even though she couldn't marry him, listen, he was probably putting it down. And unfortunately, this happens to so many men every day. It's happened to me. Wanna know why? Because a lot of us as men, we like women that are outside of our comfort zone. And we gotta be honest about that. You see, the reality is, if you're a pastor, you need to marry a lady that's more in line with the ministry. Now, I'm not saying you even safe there, because women in the church stay getting their cheeks clapped. But this is a lady that wasn't so big in the church like he is. Pretty much he, outstepped his boundaries and went and did something different instead of staying in his wheelhouse. But that's the issues that us as men do. We gotta know where we're comfortable at, what kind of women are okay for us, because hey, some of these ladies, again, if they're in entertainment, if they're in Hollywood, and I get that's probably why he wanted to get married to her, you gotta understand, man, they got their little side dudes too. And unfortunately, you might be too much of a nice guy for certain ladies, and when they get put on by Pookie and Ray Ray and them, it's booty clapping sessions all night long. And if you're the one that's taking care of her while somebody else is clapping her up, you're never gonna feel good about it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea.
Hey, don't be a victim of your girl being involved in a booty clapping session with a crib. You hear me? That pastor messed up when you go get some girl. Do you know Hollywood is one of the evilest places on the planet? You go get married to a Hollywood chick when you a man of the cloth? Come on, bro. We gotta be better than that. But hey, be safe out there, kings.